What's up, everyone? I'm Dan, and today I'm joined by self-confessed Lara Croft fangirl, streamer, and content creator, Didi Bash. Didi, thank you for joining me today. How are you doing?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing really well. Yeah, a little bit nervous, but we'll see how this goes.
No need to be nervous. Before I get into anything, I'd like to find out what sort of games are you, or your go-to games, whether it's like action, platforming, shooter, cozy. What sort of games are you drawn to?
I think like daily, I would like play something cozy, something farming sim. So like right now, I'm playing Paleo, Dreamlight Valley, doing a little bit of Fae Farm. So I'm kind of like juggling those three at the moment.
I don't know how you managed to do that.
It's just no sleep, basically. Just stay up late, play video games. But yeah, daily, those are the ones I kind of like, I'm drawn to. It really depends on what's kind of being released. So like, I do love like action adventure or like story-driven games as well. So like I'm a big fan of like Horizon Zero Dawn, Tomb Raider games, anything like that. But yeah, I would say daily would be like cozy games for sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So is there like I know you're saying you're playing Fae Farm and Paleo, but is there like the main one that you're focusing on at the moment?
Yes. So with so I would say the main one right now is Dreamlight Valley, just because they kind of have events, kind of like a battle pass system, as like all games do now. So right now I'm kind of playing through that because they have like their Halloween stuff out. So I've been just grinding that, trying to get everything for that battle pass.
How's that going?
It's going. It's taking a while. So like you get random quests where you have to. So you can like gift your characters their 3 favorite gifts a day or something like that. Yeah. But then you have quests like you have to give them 5. So obviously that quest goes over 2 days. So it's just like, okay, just trying to like do as much as you can for like the first day, and then try and get everything else done on the second day.
Yeah. What is it about Tomb Raider that you love so much?
Oof, everything. Everything and anything. Well, I would say like she was kind of the first video game character I saw who was like a female. So just growing up with games and stuff, a lot of the protagonists were just male characters. So when Tomb Raider came along, I was like, oh, I can be a girl in a video game. Yeah, that's fun. So it kind of started off there, and then I guess just growing up and having more games being released, I fell more and more in love with her character. But yeah, I think definitely it was like, I get to be a girl in a video game. That was like my driving force. And it wasn't horror as well. So like if you were to play like Resident Evil back in the day, I couldn't play that. I was too scared. I'm still scared, but yeah, the fact that it was kind of just like action adventure and I get to be a girl.
Okay, that's cool. So like for me, sort of music and movies have always sort of like been a big part of my life. So when I'm not gaming, I'm either listening to music, watching a movie, watching some sort of TV series, something like that. But my question for you is, when you're not gaming, what sort of things do you like doing?
I would say a little bit of what you've just said, but like more crafty stuff as well. Okay. So I do love films and TV. I try to watch most of like the new releases when it comes out. Other than that, I like embroidery. I like making things. I kind of have a degree in like an art sector, so making things are kind of like something I'm just kind of drawn to. So it's always been something like that. But yeah, I get very similar vibes, I guess.
Yeah. Cool. Now, you are a variety streamer, but how did you get into streaming in the first place?
Oh, okay. That's a good question. So with obviously the pandemic happening and everyone staying indoors, not having any social contact or not talking to anyone, that kind of affected me a lot, just being in lockdown. And I kind of wanted to build my confidence back up and start talking to people. So I just started streaming on Twitch to kind of help with that, just kind of build that confidence back up, just getting used to speaking to people again. But even before that, I think I've always wanted to get into Twitch, because I've always just been around it. It's always been like some part of my life. You know, I've had friends on there, people I've met in real life. So it's kind of just been something that's always been around me. But it wasn't until after the pandemic where I was like, you know, I don't like my job. I don't like what I'm doing. I've lost a lot of confidence. So let me try and do this, and let me like give it a good shot, you know?
Yeah. So you went to, okay, that's cool. So like you sort of touched on it, but like from you can remember, have you always been a gamer and like had that sort of love for games?
Yes, definitely. I think thinking about like the first console or anything I had related to gaming was like an original Game Boy that my mom had.
Okay.
I think from there we went on to like, I think it was like a Sega Mega Drive. I don't actually remember what it was. I just remember it having cartridges, and we played Bomberman on that. So it was so we went up from there, and then I guess just growing up at every like stage of my life, there was some kind of console in the house, whether it was like the PlayStation 1 or 2 or 3. I think the only time where I kind of took a break from video games was when I moved to the UK. So I only had like a little laptop, and that didn't run much, so I was very limited to what I could play, and we didn't have any consoles or anything. So I would say probably about 5 years worth of my life I didn't have much to play, but it's only when I got like a decent laptop I could run a bit more, like Stardew Valley and Duck Game, if you ever played that. So yeah, I think it's been like a very staple part of my life, I guess.
No, that's cool. Do you remember the very first game you ever played?
I can't remember which one it was, but I think it was Amazing Spider-Man 3 on the Game Boy.
Oh, okay.
Or if it wasn't 3, it was probably 2. It was one of them. I can't remember, it was so long ago. I also remember playing a Legend of Zelda game, but I don't know which one it was. I just remember going into a room, smashing some pots and seeing beds and stuff. I didn't know what I was doing. Could be any of them, yeah. But specifically for the original Game Boy, I remember that.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, but those are the first two I kind of like have recollection of.
Okay, that's cool. If there was a game you could go back and experience again for the first time, what would it be?
That's a hard question. I would say, have you ever heard of the game Beyond Good and Evil on PlayStation 2?
Yeah, I used to love that one. Yeah.
I replay that game so many times.
Okay, all right.
Like it was like the only game I remember finishing from like start to end and figuring it all out on my own. So I would constantly replay that game because I just loved it so much.
Yeah.
So if I could go back to that with just like fresh eyes and kind of re-experience it, I definitely, it'd definitely be Beyond Good and Evil.
Okay, all right. That was actually my next question is, do you have like a comfort game or a game that you always go back to? Would it be, so it'd be that one? Yeah.
Yeah, it would be that, or like Tomb Raider Legend as well. That was a good one. I really liked that one. But yeah, I'm definitely waiting for Beyond Good and Evil 2 to come out. It's like 15 years in the making at this point. I don't know if it's gonna come out.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed the first one. It was a really it felt very unique for its time when it came out.
Yeah, definitely. I just loved that there was like, you could take photographs, you could action, you'd find like hidden pearls. It was just a little bit of everything. And I thought it was like a female protagonist as well, which is nice. So yeah.
So, I mean, speaking of like sort of comfort games, or shall I say cozy games, which I know you said you play a lot of, like the idea of those sort of games can be like therapeutic, that they can sort of be helpful in promoting positive thinking and mental health. But like, what do you find like the appeal for you is for those games?
I think for me, it's the ability to kind of escape reality for just a bit.
Yeah.
I feel like with like mental health, sometimes you can feel like you don't really have much control over your life. You don't have control of the things that's happening around you. So getting to play like a farming game or a cozy game, any game like that you have control of, like I think it helps me just organize my mind a little bit better.
Yeah.
And like I would say it's like you're standing in a room that's on fire, but you're still able to like control this one spot and make it neat and nice. So I guess it would be like that, where it's like you get to feel that control again, but you're also having fun doing it, you know, just planting your turnips and chilling with your pets, you know. So yeah, definitely it's like a form of escape, but it also helps just kind of calm my brain and then just feel a bit ready to take on whatever I need to take on, really.
So, did you ever I think you did mention before that you played Animal Crossing when that came out.
Yeah, I played a lot of it. I played it like it was a 9-to-5 job. Like, I played so much of it. I think I'm on like, I think the last time I checked it was like 600 and something hours, and that was only just playing from March till August. And then I think I played a little bit more with like the DLC when that came out. That was like during the pandemic, so I would literally just wake up, because obviously I was furloughed as well during the whole thing. Wake up, load up Animal Crossing 9 to 5, you know, plant my turnips, get my turnips and sell them off, visit other people's island, try to get better turnip prices, and it really was just like a 9-to-5 job. Terrible, but I also got really bad Joy-Con drift after it as well, which is really annoying, but it was fun.
Have you visited your village recently?
No.
Your island recently? No.
I don't think my village is very happy right now. I'm pretty sure it's like just covered in weeds, and I have roaches in my house right now. Yeah,
probably same for me as well.
Yeah.
Now, I know that you recently joined with SideQuest. But like, as a creator, what do you see like being the next steps for you? Like, whether that be in going to more gaming events, doing more streams, what would you sort of like to achieve next?
I'm not too sure, because I like with joining SideQuest, I really feel like I'm still kind of riding that high of it. Like I'm still really proud of it. I think going to more events, I guess, meeting more people. I kind of want to do a little bit more like fundraising as well with being with SideQuest, and I guess just kind of add a variety of more content, like, you know, doing VR games, and then you know, maybe trying to do some IRL stuff as well, you know. I guess with everyone that's streaming on Twitch, like, it's quite easy to get affiliate, but trying to push a partner is really difficult. So like, if I would say, like, in the grand scheme of things, you know, becoming a Twitch partner would be like one of the goals. But I'm still like baby steps away from it.
Okay. And you were at the recent WASD event. How did you find it? Like, what was your sort of highlights of the event?
I found it really well. Great sentence. No, I thought it was amazing. So it was like my first time attending any event like that as a creator. So just alone getting that opportunity was really nice. It felt really like validating to like, oh, I'm doing the thing, I'm getting stuff right, you know. And not to say that if you didn't get one, your journey is invalidating. It's not like that. But I think to me it was just like, okay, yeah, this is good. It's good. I like this. But at WSD, I think there was a couple of demos that I managed to finish when I was there. And that was for Sorry We're Closed. That was really good. I'm really looking forward to that coming out. What else? I definitely enjoyed the Power Wash Sim game.
Okay.
Was there. So that is like another one of my comfort cozy games where I just clean things. You know, I don't want to clean my house, but I'll clean I'll power wash a whole building, you know.
Yeah.
So definitely the Back to the Future DLC that they're coming out with, that's like on my radar.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Would you say that you've had like a highlight as being a creator yet?
Probably joining SideQuest and just being a part of that. I think it was kind of one of my goals to be part of a Twitch stream team. I just didn't know where I wanted to go, or what I wanted to do with like my content. So applying for that was really like nerve-wracking because I don't know. I just assumed that it was like nothing was going to happen with it. So I just applied and I tried to do well on the application and just be myself. And I think getting it was like a big shock because I just, in my head, I told myself I wasn't getting it already, you know. It's like, you know, at least I applied kind of thing, you know. So definitely that is still like a highlight, something I'm still like, I can't believe I got in, you know. This is wild. Like, I want to tell, like, my brain's telling me that I'm really undeserving of it, but at the same time, I'm still really proud that I managed to get in. Yeah,
that's good. Very good. Would you say that you've or what would you say has been your biggest challenge sort of making content, streaming, or, you know?
Motivation. 100%.
Okay.
Trying to stay motivated. I think that also like kind of leads into having consistency. So one of a lot of people will say that like on Twitch it's good to be consistent with schedules, and sometimes that doesn't work for everyone. So I can make a schedule, I can put a time up, but I think having to have that motivation to try and stick to that schedule has been really tough. Like the last 2 weeks I've managed to do it, but I've been terrible with times. So I think it's just trying to get that motivation going, and then hopefully that would lead to having a more consistent schedule with like not just Twitch but like general content posting on TikTok or YouTube or anything like that, really. There's like random dogs screaming outside my window. Sorry about that.
I mean, how is there a way that you do sort of stay motivated or get that motivation to like want to go and stream? I know what it sort of feels like. Sometimes you say, you know, I'm going to do some streaming today, and then you're just like, oh, I'm a bit tired. I just don't feel like doing it. So how do you find that motivation?
I don't know how I find it. I think you end up just forcing yourself to do it, right? I think I try to remind myself of how I would feel if I didn't stream, like if I canceled one, you know? I think for me personally, whenever I finish a stream, I feel some kind of like accomplishment, like I've completed something I set out to do for that day. And I guess when the feeling of not accomplishing that task, like it feels like a little bit like, I guess, failure, but not as like intense as that word is. But so I just remind myself like you're going to feel better knowing that you stuck to something that you set out to do for yourself. And you'll feel better knowing you did that rather than just kind of giving up on it, basically. I think that's like my kind of motivator for it.
That's good. And like, if anyone was sort of newly wanting to get into streaming, what would your sort of advice be for them?
Just do it. Just push. That's one of the things, right? Is like just go live. Just do it. And obviously that's a lot easier to do than say than do. But it's just, I think I would say go in with like some kind of goal of what you want your content to be like.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're kind of worried about views or if people are watching you, I think with Twitch, I think it's really good for you to make friends. Don't treat people like, you know, a viewer. Like, go in it thinking of their friends, right?
Yeah.
So definitely, yeah, make friends, find a community that you like, and then just kind of join in. And then I think with that, like once you do that enough, you kind of get the confidence to go live and know that you have friends that are supporting you as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the end, it's just go live. Just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Is there you know, like there's a lot of sort of like microtransactions and games sort of being released with bugs and things like that, but is there anything that annoys you about the sort of gaming landscape at the moment?
I think like a lot of people, you know, getting games that are still like unfinished or unpolished. I think with Baldur's Gate 3 being released and how like that game was kind of fully polished, ready to go, and it took them a very long time to do that, but the response to it has been really positive, and I think that's really setting like the bar, the standard of what games should be like when they're released. So definitely that. Another thing that kind of annoys me is like, I'm sorry, Pokemon fans, but Pokemon games, like,
okay,
they're quite expensive for what you're getting, right? I think I don't remember which release it was. It's one of the games that they like quickly rushed out, where they didn't even have like grass shaders or like there was barely like you know, like landscape and stuff, and it just seemed very flat, and I'm just like, dang, you know, they've been making Pokemon games for so long, like why isn't there new stuff to it? Why isn't there you know, slightly better graphics or this and that? So I think paying
I'm definitely
like
on board with that one.
Paying like a hefty price for something that feels like it should be half that, you know. And that's not to say that like better graphics should like be more expensive, but I think the Pokemon fans just deserve a lot more from it, you know. And like it's one of those things where people will probably wait for a sale to like get those games, but it's very rarely on sale at the same time. So you have to like get it like
Nintendo
pre-used.
games, isn't it? So
They hold their value really well, which is good, I guess, if you want to resell stuff, but not great for someone who doesn't feel like they want to pay, you know, I don't know, you know how much they are, like £50 sometimes.
About 50, yeah.
Like if you don't want to pay that, you still have to wait for like resellers and stuff. But even then, it'll still be like £30 to £40.
Yeah,
it's like kind of just have to decide what you want to do with that.
No, I agree. Because I bought the recent Violet or Pokemon Violet one, and I mean, I guess they've added a few new things to it, but it's still the same basic Pokemon like mechanics to it. It's in a 3D world, yes, but like you're saying, it's not. It doesn't look as good. It could look a lot better. And it's just
I wonder how long it would change with like the Switch 2 coming out, and like I don't know if like the Switch doesn't have like the ability to go any higher than that. I'm not too sure. I don't play on the Switch very often, but I would feel like.
I mean, I think it could. Yeah, I think it could definitely. There are games that look a lot better than Pokemon, so I think it could definitely be improved. But I think maybe because I think it's Game Freak that make it, so I think maybe they need another studio to maybe help them out to maybe push it. But yeah, I agree.
Justice for Pokemon fans.
Yeah, exactly. Are there any games coming out this year or next year that you're looking forward to?
Spider-Man's a pretty popular one that I'm looking forward to.
Mhm.
I still need to finish I think I need to finish the Miles Morales one. I've only
Okay.
played that halfway through. It was good. I think I just got really busy.
Mhm.
Talking about Pokemon, I am looking forward to Detective Pikachu because I feel like that one looks really fun. There's also voice acting in it, which I'm like, thank God a Pokemon game has voice acting. Because I feel like that's another thing. I feel like they don't even get voice acting for how much you pay, right? Like I know people say, oh, it's in too many languages, it's too tough and all that, but it's like, come on, give us something, you know? But yeah, definitely Detective Pikachu looks really good.
Okay.
Yeah, those two.
Yeah. Okay. Spider-Man, Detective Pikachu. Cool. Well, how about, are you a Mario Brothers fan or not really?
So I don't know if this is gonna take I don't know if I lose my credibility with this, but so there are a few games of franchises that I've never played or finished, and the three of them being Mario. So I've never finished a Mario game. I've only played a little bit of some of them. I've never fully played a Zelda game.
Okay.
And I would also say that I've never fully played a Pokemon game as well.
Okay.
So
the big three.
The big three. Yeah, the thing that gets most people into games, I haven't had much experience with. I think that's mostly because, growing up, we were very much a PlayStation family.
Yeah.
I think we had maybe an Xbox 360, but most of my life was just on PlayStations. So I never really had the opportunity to kind of play those games. But yeah, the new Princess Peach game looks really good as well.
Oh yeah,
that's something I'm like, ooh, yeah, I'll play that. I love Princess Peach.
Okay. Final question. This is a sort of non-gaming related one.
Okay.
You're shipwrecked on an island.
All right.
What 3 things are you bringing with you?
3 things.
Any 3 things.
Any 3 things. What's already on the island?
Okay, so you've got somehow there's a power generator on the island. So you've got electricity somehow on the island. But yeah, and that's it really.
Well,
and there's food things.
There's food, trees, okay. I guess I could hunt, right? I'm guessing it's an island with an ocean around it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. With that, I don't have one, but I'd probably want a Steam Deck.
Okay.
So I still have access to my PC games. What's around me? What's the longest running fiction books? Whatever that is, I'll probably take that.
Yeah.
Is it Game of Thrones, maybe?
Maybe.
That probably won't be finished by the time I'm shipwrecked, though.
Bring Lord of the Rings.
Oh, Lord of the Rings, yeah, probably those. Try and read those. I would probably say for my last item would probably be Pepsi Max. Just an endless supply of Pepsi Max. I was piloting the plane of Pepsi Max stock and we crashed into that and that's what I got.
Yeah.
That's what I got to drink.
Cool. All right then. Well, Didi, I feel like I've got to learn quite a lot about you today. So thank you once again for taking some time out to do this with me. I'll definitely be sure to leave some links down to your socials pages so everyone can go and check those out. But yeah, thank you once again.
Thank you for having me.
Cool.
Sorry, I'm a bit nervous, but I hope
that's fine.
It was entertaining.
You did good. And thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. As I said before, please go and check out Didi Bear. She's on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, but I'll be leaving links in the description, so go and check those out. And I'll see you next time.